You guys want to know the best deck in Clash Royale with the highest win percentage in August 2023? This 2.8 Elixir Miner Poison Control is the answer for that. So guys, we're directly starting into game number 1. It seems like our opponent is kind of having the same strategy. Maybe it might be like a different Miner Wall Breaker deck, might be the Magic Archer version, but both decks are working exceptional well currently. So he just decides to go for the Spear Golems. Just gonna go for the Miner here on the safe spot. Knight tanks for the Miner hopefully, so the Miner will most likely gets a ton of chip damage, and he plays the Magic Archer variation, so of course, a kind of mirror matchup. I would say the Magic Archer one has a slight advantage in the mirror matchup, but overall, I just think like my deck is so good. And also, I mean, it's kind of hard to argue, right? Like, if you're like feeling bad with the Magic Archer cycle, in general, you want to play his deck, but I feel like a ton of you guys might be more familiar with my Miner control deck, so it really depends your playstyle. So I'm just going for a Miner here. Let's just hope the Miner gets some decent amount of chip damage. Miner won't get any type of chip damage, but it's okay. The Knight might get a shot, and even if it's not the Evil Knight yet, it's still okay. In case you guys don't have the Evil Knight, I would still use Knight. I still think Knight is a really solid card, but you can also use like Valkyrie instead. But I just think like, man, like Evil Knight, like just like every single one is using Evil Knight or Evil Webs currently top 200. I think just like 19 people are not using this type of card, so it just like kind of shows how broken it really is. So I'm just gonna go for my Wall Breaker here. I'm also gonna go for my Miner. And most likely decides to go for Tornado. Okay, really smart Tornado, but the Miner is still chipping away, which is awesome. I hope the Spear Goblins, the Bats are connected to tower and they do. So I'm just going for Spear Golems here at the bridge. And I kind of just want to go once again for a Knight like that. Making sure to strike the Magic Archer, but also Magic Archer staying in tower range. So I'm just gonna go now for my Wall Breaker here, and I'm just gonna go for another Miner. And I'm also gonna drop. I'm just gonna go for Spear Golems here. Of course, like the Evo Knight is so crazy. I think he goes in for a defensive Evo Knight on his own. He's coming late! The Evo Knight is on the tower! And that's so much damage, guys! I don't really think there's any way for him to come back this one. We can just go for the Knight here. I'm just gonna go for the Wall Breaker. I'm just gonna go once again for another Miner here. Just trying to get the chip damage we want to. Minus on the tower. Bomb Tower is gonna clean up the Magic Archer. And we are looking absolutely well. So I'm just gonna go for Spears here. Bats there. I'm just gonna go for my Log. And now I'm just gonna go for Miner plus Wall Breaker here. And I think right now I'm just gonna go for my Knight like this. Let's go. Now I'm just gonna go Bats here. Wall Breakers are going to tower. Bats are killing the Magic Archer. And this is an absolutely great first win. We're taking it up here against an Asian opponent. I actually don't know who this guy is, but we think we play really well. Honestly, Magic Archer can be tough, but in single exam it's always about pressuring. And Miner Bats in certain moments can be absolutely incredible. Next game up here with his Death. Now we're just gonna start off the game with Wall Breaker split. And I don't know, my hair looks a bit weird, but I think that's okay. So just gonna respawn now. Spear Golems at the bridge after his Tornado is out of cycle. So I think I'm just gonna want to log this one. Just hopefully not any. Okay, one shot. I'm just gonna go Miner here on this spot. Tornado is out anyway, so he decides to go in for Barbs. Okay, I'm just gonna go for my Bomb Tower here. Really clean Bomb Tower. I mean, that will be completely easy Barbs defense. I'm just gonna go Wall Breaker opposite lane, kind of applying pressure. And he decides to go Bowler. The Bomb Tower should do an absolutely immense job here, making sure to hopefully kill the Barbs. Okay. I'm just gonna go for my Bats here. And I'm just gonna go for my Knight. I'm just gonna go for my Spears here. I'm just gonna go now for my Miner. That's really annoying. It was really well played on his end, to be fair. Okay, I might just gonna go Wall Breaker to support us, and let's see if he's able to defend this one. He's gonna drop Phoenix, and he also needs to play something else. He's not gonna play it. I don't really know how about the Phoenix, to be fair. I just think it was like a really huge waste, because of course the Knight didn't really get any damage on top of the tower, but still, you can just go for Bats here and we're like in a damage lead. But normally, you kind of don't want to push same lane against Grail, because every time you push, they're just gonna build up a good defense and then counter push, especially like with Bowler and so on. Bowler, Phoenix are kind of cards which are like really also spell resistant, right? So I can't really kill them with poison, and it will be hard for me to kind of stop them. So I'm just going to go for my Spear Golems here. So to go for Bowler. I'm just going to go for my Bomb Tower there. And let's see, I'm just going to go for my Miner here on the safe spot. And let's see what it's going to do now. So I kind of want to go in for my Wall Breaker here. Okay, just gonna go for this. I'm just gonna go for Knight. Also gonna go for Spears here. Okay, I just kind of want the Knife, of course, to walk. Just gonna go miner now in the back opposite lane. Also using wall break. I'm just gonna bats. So he still needs to play something. Does he have a freeze? Seems like, okay, interesting, man. Like, this guy plays really interesting so far. I don't know. He's like playing troops on like the wrong sides. I don't know if he's lagging or if he's just like a weird guy. But he's not really playing too. I'm just going for miner here. Just gonna go wall breaker. Okay, I'm just gonna chill now. I'm just gonna go bats. I'm just gonna go bomb tower here. And now I'm just playing my miner. I'm just gonna play wall breaker opposite lane. Now I think I kinda wanna go in for my poison spell here. And now I'm just gonna go spears. I'm just gonna go for another miner here. Bats like this. Miner, I mean poison is coming down maybe on offense or on defense. What happened to my voice? We just won. This is the most important thing. We won, we won, we won. Next game up here, and we're facing the same clan again. So I just hope and pray, please, 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 please don't snipe me. So we're just gonna go for the miner here, and he just decides to go and force knight. Might be Starlight. If you guys don't know Starlight, he's the best graveyard player, or like the best splash yard ice with tombstone player. So like the other splash deck. I mean, it's like the OG splash deck. I would say is the one with the... I'm just gonna wall break here. I need to play something anyway. It's the bowler one. It's like the new version of splash. I'm just gonna go spear goldens here. Okay, I'm just gonna go bats. Just gonna go knight here. And let's see. I don't really want to go. Okay, I'm just gonna go, I think, for maybe miner like this. And I'm just gonna go wall breaker. So let's see. Is he gonna go in now? He's just gonna go tombstone. Okay, and now he's just gonna go for that. So I guess I just wanna go for my bomb tower here. And that's a really good defense. Okay. Let's see. I might just wanna go spear golems here in the middle. Okay, just gonna play my knight here. And of course in triple elixir time it will be tough since he has a cheap, like he has a cheap quick cycle, I would say. I mean, we've got poison on defense, but it's not really the optimal thing. We kind of want to defend with troops, but I feel like the Bay we're doing really annoying in triple elixir time. So you really want to win this game before. And so this wasn't the best NATO maybe. Okay, it was a good NATO. I was wrong. I'm just gonna go bats here. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna go now for another miner in the back. And I'm just gonna go in here for my wall breaker, and he needs to play in tornado. He's just gonna go for tornado. That's completely fine. I'm just gonna go bomb tower like this. Okay, let's see. Is he now gonna go? Okay, he's just gonna go for this. I'm just kind of wanna go that. I'm using my bats here. Maybe I should have defensive poisoned. Bro, my bomb tower isn't doing anything. Man, what the heck, dude? I should have poison, but I kind of want to defend without troops, but it was the wrong decision. I mean, without like spells, just kind of want to command to troops, like to get like pot of elixir trade. I'm just gonna go for 9. I'm just gonna go for log here. Miner. Bats. Okay, I'm just gonna go poison like this. I'm just gonna go for another miner wall breaker push. I mean, great miner chip to be fair. Also like some commitment here to do, so I'm just go for another pressure knight here. I'm just gonna go bats. Just gonna go wall breaker. And I'm just gonna go for another defensive knight here. Minus on the tower, get some decent amount of chip. Okay. I might just need to poison this to get some damage. On the tower. Playing this matchup from behind is rough, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go, okay, that was a really horrible night. This might be it, guys. Because now we can just tornado everything off. And now I don't really know how to defend this anymore. Yeah, I think it all started kind of with the first defense. I should have... I mean, like... Normally you want to really defend with troops instead of spells. On defense, you don't really want to use the poison because you kind of want to use it on offense to make sure that he's not able to build up a huge push and get some decent amount of damage on the tower. But you kind of just want to do it in situations when your opponent doesn't have enough elixir to go on for poison or to on offensive tornado and so on. But the problem was kind of he had too much elixir and I was like too low. I just should have done the safe play. But it's kind of the thing, right? We're learning from that mistake and next time we're beating him. Of course, we want to close out today's video with a dub, so we're facing this Asian opponent. I'm just going to go aggressive. Miner Wall Breaker can be a play, of course, but I think, like, my personally preference just going for Wall Breakers because normally you always get a possible exchange. And, of course, at the same time, kind of finding out what the opponent plays. I'm just going to go for my log here. Okay, yes, Eastbird, so we need to go in for this because, yeah. Otherwise, it would be connected. I'm just going for Wall Breaker supports because the only thing he could do is, like, playing this building. Yes, Fireball. Okay, interesting. So that's already good because that means he doesn't have Rocket. And normally the only way for a Logbait player to beat us is going in for the aggressive Rocket cycle. So let's go for Miner Bats here. Let's do it. Miner will get some chip. He needs to go for this stuff. I think the matchup is still okay. I think it's a really solid matchup compared. Like, I think like Eastbird is most likely the hardest Logbait variation. Eastbird Tesla, I would say, with Rocket, since like Eastbird does so well against the bats, better than Icebird and so on, and he can just like basically Rocket cycle me. But that he has like Fireball, of course, makes him, yeah, for like better to say, forces him to be more aggressive to Goblin Barrel and get like the main Goblin Barrel chip damage. I'm just gonna go for my bats here. I honestly don't really know about this play, so I'm just going for my Spear Goblins here. I think that's completely fine because the Miner tanks, they're really smart Miner placement. I kind of wanted to support the bats, of course, but they got completely destroyed by the Eastbird, but we're still up. Look at this, his tower is below 2k HP. So what am I going to do now, guys? So I think I just want to go now. I just think I'm just going to be aggressive. I'm just going for Wall Breaker here. You know, I'm just going to go for bats because I could imagine fireballing this. No, he's just going to go in for the Inferno Tower, but that's still not good. I can just go now for a Miner. Look at the Knight tank. I'm just going to go for the Miner here. He might just go Fireball, but the Fireball will be too late. And I think this guy doesn't want to play anymore. And this is kind of what the deck makes so great, right? The pressure 24/7 spamming. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys don't want to miss any videos just like that in the future. Yeah, and subscribe here. Check out another video. See you guys in the next couple of days for new Clash Royale content.